So this video testimonial is offered in support of Haley Smith, whom I know extremely well as she pursues membership to the bar in North Carolina. So I don't know how they got into examining bars, but I just want you to know that she and I have examined bars, and man, she can drink her way through a bottle of tequila. Oh, and she can hold it together mostly as long as you don't try and stop her when she wants to dance on the tables, because she gets mad. Take two. I would just like to say that of all the people who worked for me, Haley, she was one of them. Initiative. I tell you what, Haley is just, when you think about initiative, I just want you to remember this. Haley was never hesitant or unwilling to do what she was told to do when she felt like doing it. You ever have one of those employees who just like raises the bar? You know what I'm talking about? Like, let's talk quality of work, right? Having Haley work for me was one of those bar raising experiences, and no pun intended for the legal profession and the bar, right? But certainly she challenged me to raise the bar when she was working for me. I mean, like, so I was constantly finding myself going back again and again to look at how complete and how descriptive and how accurate and how specific I was when I was writing descriptions of the tasks that I needed her to do. Punctuality. Look, so paradigm shifting experiences come along very infrequently, and Haley gifted me with the opportunity to have one of those paradigm shifting experiences, right? So I distinctly remember this. So like we had this conversation, she and I, about punctuality, and when it was all said and done, she really helped me to understand that time is really just kind of like an artificial construct, right? And it was created by men. So really, the only reality that exists is circadian rhythm. It's measurable, it's repeatable, it's observable, and circadian rhythms are also unique to each individual person, right? So if you once she got me to understand that, what I also came to understand through her help is that punctuality is really just a complete farce. It's not something that has any real meaning. And so punctuality, I came to understand, is relative to each person and their circadian rhythm. So yeah, I mean, she was punctual every time she showed up, no matter what time of the day that happened to be. So, teamwork. So, I think about teamwork, and I think about when I played football. And then my sons got involved in crew. They rode crew, both of them, while they were going through high school. And I saw for the first time a coxswain. And man, I tell you what, that boat of 8 rowers and 1 coxswain, those rowers would not perform the way they performed without that coxswain, right? So if you're not familiar with rowing, like, so the coxswains are usually the smallest ones. They're usually the weakest ones. They're usually the ones that have all the attitude but none of the ability. They're the ones that hold the watch when everybody's running laps, right? They're the ones that copy down everybody's results. And they're also the ones that tell the coach when one of the athletes might be taking a knee and have to stop for a second. They're always the first ones go to the coach and tell hey, so and so is not cutting the mustard. So yeah, Haley was definitely a part of the team. I am dangerous. Professional acumen. Well, if I had to offer an opinion or a thought as pertains to Haley specifically, I would say I just would have to be very honest and truthful and say I've never known her to hold a position in the food service industry, which doesn't mean that she didn't. I never knew her to hold a position in the food service industry. Certainly not in any Middle Eastern or Indian restaurants or restaurants that are known for Middle Eastern or Indian cuisines and flavors. Which is not to say I've got a problem with the Middle Eastern and the Indian people. Certainly not. Like, I don't have a problem, or with the French. I don't have a problem with the cuisine is French, right? Yeah. I don't have a problem with the French either. So, creativity. Oh, this one's so easy. So while Haley was working for me, I saw creativity I've never seen it before. She would create the most intricate and detailed, thoughtful designs with Post-its on her desk, all different colors, all different shapes, all different sizes, all different arrangements, on her monitor, on her wall. I mean, she would spend hours creating, hours focused on just this. It was a little expensive because she used a lot of them, but yeah, she was like a creative like I've never. As a matter of fact, she was so creative, I'm not sure how she found time to work.